Ladies and gentlemen, I am a little Jewish girl. Every day when I walk home from school, I've been bullied. Every day when I walk home, people were calling me Jew, they call me money maker, they call me a thief, and that the Holocaust was totally right. I don't approve that, and I feel very ashamed and very much harmed by that. And this is the problem, not just for me, but for many others. That's the problem of the state. If we as a country ban the hate speech, many kids like me would not feel as bad as they are feeling now. Why? I will explain that in my case in my 8-minute speech. First, I'm going to talk about what kind of people are being bullied. Then I'm going to talk what kind of people are bullying. And then I'm going to talk about where this bullying is taking part. After that, I'm going to explain the benefits of the banning of the hate speech and the benefits from the state, not only from the individual. First, what kind of people are getting bullied? These are the people who are from the minorities, people who live in the outskirts and people who are outcasts, so-called. These people are being constantly bullied and being told that they are useless, being told that they are stupid, that they can work, that they can make money, that they are thieves, and everything like that. All the stereotypes that you can imagine, they're being called that things. This is very bad for their mental health and their health as well, because they're starting to believe these stereotypes and they're starting to believe that they're useless and that they can't do anything to improve and to escape that cycle of living in the neighborhood and living in the outskirts. Then we have the people who are from the LGBTQ community. They are often being bullied because they're different, that they have a different sexual orientation, and that they're a threat to the democracy and they're a threat to everything that you can imagine. They're being called different names, and many people believe that if we support them, we are going to become an instinct because nobody's going to make child anymore and stuff like that, that be stereotypes, that they're harmful and all the bad things that you can imagine. This can lead to different types of problems, such as suicide, such as immigration, such as all the bad things that you can imagine. And then lastly, we have the teenagers, which are entirely different groups, since the teenagers are very sensitive and we believe that the hate speech for them is something very different. Then we have people who are bullying. People who are bullying often are nationalists, people who are part of the alt-right community, people who believe that the state would come extinct and the culture will come extinct because of the people who are different. That's why, because they believe that if we have more immigrants, we have more cultures coming to our state, our own culture will not exist anymore. They believe that our culture would not be that good, would not exist, and we're going to lose our nationality and our minds, because as you can imagine, this was the main problem in Brexit. So then what do we have? We have people who are very insecure. If you're insecure, you're starting to bullying because you're starting to feel more powerful. If you're bullying, you feel more powerful and you start feeling more confident about yourself. So the people who are bullying are often the ones that are the most insecure ones, and this comes from teenagers and people from society as well. Then we have the politicians and the media who are bullying in order of propaganda. But this is something that will be more explained and more viewed in our second speech. Then we have where it is performed. It is performed online in social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp, and whatever. And it's often used as posts. It's often used as groups, as many different platforms. And then we have live on the street, for example. When you have protests, you have being called names very harshly on the street and such as that. Okay, so let's talk about more realistic. What is this happening? Why is it so bad? It is so bad because if you're being bullied and called names when you're from a minority, this minority is more likely to be isolated. Why? Because you don't like being called names. This example exactly means that you won't feel comfortable going into the society. That means you stay in the comfort zone, the comfort bubble of your own type, which means that they will be isolated. In this isolation means that people won't have the stimulation to go out, to start participating, to start studying, and to start working, which means the stereotype that they're useless will actually start existing, and the stereotype that they can work and can have education or good education will actually start existing, which means that if we ban the hate speech, if they feel more comfortable coming outside of their comfort zone and outside their bubble, they will be more likely to start working, to start searching for education and start searching for many other things that are very useful to stop the stereotyping process, which means that if we ban the hate speech, they will feel more comfortable coming in the society, which will help us. But how we would improve the state? Okay, so we are talking about right now for the individual, but the state, that's another reason. Because the state, how does it benefit? It benefits because if there are more people coming to work, if there are more people who are feeling comfortable in this society, they have more trust in the state. We have people who are working and studying, the state improves. How? There are more people who are educated, which means that the country will improve immediately, and when more people are working, the economics will improve. Then we have the people who are bullying. When they are being bullied and when they're bullying, and if we ban this bullying and we explain them what the real reason behind their anger is, it is more likely to stop the need of a bullying itself. For example, in Portugal right now in the European Union is the only country that is comfortable with accepting migrants from all over the world, for example, refugees, because people were afraid that their culture will start will not exist anymore. So if we show these people that actually the minorities are not the reason, they're not a reason to worry, and their fear is not right, we'll show them that it is no problem to have more migrants and to stop the stereotyping. So in the teenagers, and for the teenagers, if they don't have role models such as Donald Trump, since the hate speech is banned, they won't see that the hate speech is something good, and they won't use it, because right now they have people like Stoyan Kolev or Donald Trump who are actually very bad and are very harmful, and they use very ugly words, and teenagers are starting to use this as a model of their own ways of treating other people, and if we don't have it, they're more likely to not do that to the other teenagers. So in sum up of my speech, what I told you, I gave you characteristics of the people who are being bullied and who are bullying and where is it bullied, and I told you that if we ban bullying, our state will improve, and the health of our citizens will improve, and if we show the people who are bullying that their problems are not coming from the minorities and every other problem that they have, and we solve it, we won't need this wall anymore, because the bullying will actually stop existing. For all these reasons, we believe that our state will improve, and we are proud to propose this motion.